Hello. Well, I thought I was going to go live over on YouTube, but I'm short a few subscribers, so we're stuck back over here on the Book of Face. So, yeah. Well, anyway, we're going to make a wreath rail this morning, or a door hanger, and I think it would be a really pretty birthday present. Mother's Day, but we're past Mother's Day. Obviously, I think it would also make a lovely shower gift, and also a housewarming, be it house or apartment. It's a little more compact, so this being on an apartment door would be really cute. Oh, or if you have an office or you have a cube at work where you can hang stuff up, this would be cute there too. So let me show you what we've got. Back you up a little bit. Okay. So I know it's in reverse, but so it's a welcome sign. And we've got some of those pretty blue colors in there from those cabbage roses or peonies, whichever one they are, that we used in the tobacco basket. So let's get this going. Should be a pretty quick make. So forgot to tell you hello, welcome. I'm Sandy from Carol Ellis Wreath Studio. I am going to turn you over now, so if you get motion sick, close your eyes for a moment. All right, so we're going to use some white chenille stems or pipe cleaners, and that's what's going to hold our mesh and our ribbon, and we'll take it from there. So I've got 3 of them because this is small. So I'm just going to fold these in half. Fold, fold, fold. Then I always start with one at one end. Get that on there. And just give it a twist. Ooh, a little froggy this morning. Froggy voice. Painful sinuses. So now that these are on here, you know, it helps you a little bit more with spacing this. Does me anyway. So we're just going to try and get that as close to the middle as we can. And give it a twist. Okay, so we've got these in place. I'm going to set this off to the side for a moment. And where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Whoops. Oh, we have some because I just had it in my hand. This is right under my nose. So this is tinsel mesh, 10.5 inch by 10 yards. I'm not sure where I got it. It would probably be Wreath of Joy or 5th Street Studio. Those are my normal go-tos for mesh. Since this is the first cut off from this roll, I'm just going to even this out, make it as straight as possible. And I've got this on my cutting mat. If you don't have a cutting mat, and this is what I did before I got a cutting mat, is I would use a piece of cardboard. Let's go with like 19 inch pieces. And we just need 3 for each of our little stems. The computer is here. So most of the children are out of school now here. We are very proud to say that our granddaughter has been graduated of the 2nd grade and moving on to 3rd. So we have schools of choice here in Michigan, and so our son and daughter-in-law, schools of choice her to the school district that we chose him to. So, and his older sister. And that was the most wonderful thing we could have done for them at that time. Okie dokie. Let's put the mesh on. So I'm going to set this over here. We don't need this anymore, so make that safe. Let's grab some of this tinsel mesh. I got this for use at Christmas. We're going to fold the piece over. Let's see, here you are. And put your finger in there, kind of hold it, and then just overlap this a wee bit, and overlap that a wee bit. Okay, and then we're going to put that fold down, come to the middle here, and we're just going to scrunch it together so it forms like a bow tie or a butterfly shape, whichever you prefer. Okay, and then we're just going to make sure we kind of flip those inside. A little piece of red something. Okay, so we're always going to start on the end. Always going to start on one end or the other, and then work your way in. So if this had 5 ties on it, that's what we would do. I'm just gonna put that in there. Okay. And don't worry that it's you can see through it, because we're going to put ribbon on it, and we're going to put some florals on it. So everything will look fine. Okay. Let's pop that around. And we'll deal with these ends, because mesh frays, even the most expensive mesh will fray. It's just that delicate. Okay. Grab a hold of that. Tie that off a couple. Okay. will get this last one put together. It was a long week at work this past week. We are doing a new learning management system, and each division within the department I work in state government. Each division, and I think even some large sections, had to have 1 or 2 people learn how to use this system to be a systems administrator. And my brain is fried from that. It is huge as far as how much stuff this thing can do. And training has only scratched the surface so far. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's do ribbon. So since there's blue and black in here, I decided to go with one of my faves, this blue with the black and white farmhouse check thing. I don't know, you could call this farmhouse if you wanted, but you know, we can call it whatever we want. We're making it. So let's see. Do I have some? There's my scissors. Oh, by the way, even though school is just getting out, some stores are already putting out back to school stuff. So when you see back to school sales, so even if you don't have kids and you see back to school sales and you are a crafter or you want to start crafting, buy things like clear Elmer's glue, scissors, maybe a pencil box to keep some supplies in, those plastic pencil boxes. You know, look at what's there and buy. I bought 10 pair of these, and I'm down to 2. I don't know what happened to them. They cut really well, and they're very sharp. So I don't know why these are for kids. But all right, so before we got together this morning, I tried to figure out how big of loops I want to add to this. So some people count the size of loops a couple different ways. So just for example, some people count a loop from where it's pinched to here. If that's the case, this is. Other people count a loop from here all the way around. So in that case, a 4-inch loop is an 8-inch loop. You count however you want. When you're watching somebody make a wreath and they're using ribbon, pay attention what they're talking about when they're talking about loops. So when I was trying to figure out how big a loop to put on these, I just kind of grabbed the hunk here and put it on there. And I thought, well, I like that size. So this is the size I'm going to use. So this is about 4-inch loop. So if we go, so I'm not using a ribbon maker or a bow maker this morning, so we're going to try and do math. And figure this out. So I want an 8-inch tail, I think. So there's a tail, okay, and then there's 4 inches, and there's one loop, okay, And then we're going to do it again. So just put down on 8 to 16, pinch it, pull it together, stick with me, okay, and 8 and 16. And this is a romantic kind of looking thing. So we don't need to get too hung up on it. So we're going to I'm going to grab some vine because I'm going to use the vine. That's my plan anyway. To tie the loops together. Handy dandy, right? So this is just a hunk of vine from my big vine. You could use a chenille stem, a blue one or white one. You could also use some jute, like baler twine stuff. That would look pretty too. So we're going to stick that in there and keep it pinched. And we're just going to keep it together and tie this as tightly as we can so we keep all of those loops together and twist it. Let's get that stuff down in there again. Fortunately, we only have really 2 of these to make. It might help if I lay it, excuse me, if I lay it down. Give it a twist. Okay. These are a little smaller than I want. Let's play with them. So it looks really pretty. Okay, so we got something like that. Okay, and we're going to just pull that over this way. Right? All right. So let's find a little place in here. And we will just lay that down. Okay. We'll just get that in there. Twist that off so that's nice and tight. Okay. Let's just leave that there for now. Those tails. Fussy, fussy. It's fussy. Okay, set that aside. Oops. And we will repeat that process. So let's get an 8-inch. Pinch that off. Do another 8 inches. Pinch that down nice and tight. these 16 and 16. The glowworm, inchworm song. That was always our nighttime song when our granddaughter would spend the night. And she was a wee little one. That was her signal. We were going night-night, and it worked. Okay, I'm going to cut another piece of vine over here. Get this twisted in there like that. And just get our little bow loops figured out here. Okay. And you notice that the tails aren't the same length, even though I measured them the same length when you hold them out. It's all right for your tails to be not the same length if you don't want them to be. If you want it to be a more casual type of feel, I tend to leave them at different lengths. If it's something that's more formal looking, and I don't really make a lot of those types of things, I have my tails often at different lengths. Okay, so let's get this over here. And we're gonna go in under there and come in here and just kind of get that tied in. Okay, what's going on there? So I'm not going to put anything here in the middle at this moment. We're going to do the ends. And so what I have are these humongous cabbage roses, but they're way too big. There are a couple of smaller hydrangeas in here that are nice. And let's see, there are some smaller heads of these, so we could see what that looks like. So let's just pop one of these off. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I like that. Let's try that. And let's see. Okay, so we're not gluing anything on just yet. We can have a look, see what this might look like. Ooh, I like that. What do you think? I like that. So we've got these, and I'm not sure what those are right there, right here on the sign, right there. To me, they look like a little bit like, I was going to add a little purple of that as well. So let me snip a couple of these, and I want to snip a couple that have leaves on them, but I don't want huge ones, and I don't want one with the big crappy tag. I got these at Michael's. Michael sells Ashland brand products. And I need to make a pit stop there or the other place. You know, these have the sliding vegetation, so I'm going to slide those up just a wee. Well, that's got 3 on one stem. Oh, cool. Okay. So let's do a few of these and see what it looks like. All right. So we're still checking things out. Let's get our leaves up. So if we put those together on there and had some ribbon peeking out, that looks pretty. I think. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe? I think. All right, so I am going to grab another stem. Doesn't matter the color, because you just get that right up in there and give it some nice tight twists. There. Okay. And you do a little fluffing with the flowers. Then we're going to put this on here. Get that middle one out of the way. In fact, you could have even left it off. And that's what I probably should have done. Okay, so we're going to come in here. So we're going to grab both pieces of the white pipe cleaner or chenille stem, whatever you refer to it as. Okay, and just twist that in there nice and tight. Alrighty. Okay. And then I'm going to snip that off just a little bit, not all the way. I'm just adding a little more reinforcement with the pipe cleaner. You don't have to. I mean, it's staying. The flowers aren't going to go anywhere. It's just a good way to keep it reinforced. Okay, so not the day to wear the shabby sweatshirt. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on the other end. So let's grab a few of these. Slide some of these up. Let's see. Pardon that reach. So let's slide some of these leaves up best we can. So we want to see those. Okay. And there. Right. So we've got this bundle together. Let's put that down a little bit. Okay. And grab our rose, peony, whatever it is. Okay. We're going to tie this puppy off with our 3 hands. Don't you sometimes feel like you need 3 and 4 hands when you're crafting? Gosh, I do. It's like, okay. This one has. So we've got the two big leaves there. These are important. Right, let's see. Might need to pull that down just a skosh. Okay, so we've got that tied off. So let's do the same here. We'll find our white. I'm going to put that on there. Okay. And we'll just get that in there, nice and tight. Right. And we've got our vine down there. We're going to add more vine as well. Okay. So we've got these two things going. Let's see. Yeah, I'm liking that. Put that over. And since these are on wire, get this middle taken care of. So let's lay in some greenery first. So I got this. That also looks like some of the greenery here. So let's just find some of this that we can snip a few from. Let's do that one. I think I got this egg from Greenery Gal. She's got the stuff when it comes to greenery. Just such pretty stuff that other people don't necessarily carry. So yeah. All right. So we are going to glue, and I use the glue with a gorilla on it, clear, and whatever. Make sure you try and keep it off your hands as best you can. Let's figure out which one of these is going to be our big flower. And I think it's going to be this one. Okay. So I've snipped this one off, and then I've snipped this off because it looks pretty together. Right? So we're going to do the same thing that we did with the other ones. We're going to just pinch those together, hold them together, and we're going to tie this in with that nice long piece. And we're just going to leave that piece in there to do what it wants with those chenille stems while we get this figured out. But in the meantime, I am going to trim these two long pieces of stem because we don't need them anymore. Get that out of the way. Okay, and I'm just going to use a little dollop of glue where that knot is. Okay, that looks pretty. I like that. What do you think? think let's put some greenery in here as well, like that. So with it mesh, you really just have to get the glue on and just strategically put these things where you want them. If you end up shoving them into mesh, that's fine. It's all the better for it to stick. I just try and get it woven in there. Okay. Let's grab a piece of this. Put some more on here. I've got another one of these smaller on the image on it. Okay. Stick that in there. Let me see. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Let's see. Let me turn it around so you can see. What do you think? I've got some more of this. I think I might stick some over here as well. But, yeah, I'm liking that. Pull some of that bow up in there. Get the mesh underneath. Some more of this stuff off in this plant that keeps giving. And it has sliding stems as well, which means I've got some more of this. Let's see. Figure out where we want things. Like that. One there, maybe one. Okay. See what it looks like here. Okay. And you can see as we add more florals and greenery, you see less and less of the mesh, and you see it as just an underlayer. So don't really have to worry too much about anything showing, anything being seen from the mesh or the wood or MDF from the rail. And by the way, this comes as one piece. I got it at Hot Mesh Mom, where I get more. Okay, and let's see. Few little more greeneries. Elmer is here to help. Lily is here to help. Emmett is this here to get into things, because that's what puppies do. He's a very sassy puppy. Put one up in here. Okay. We need to do something about that. So, let's see what else we can hive off this thing. There are 2 of those. This one is smaller. Let's take this one. I think so as this cuts in and out, I've clipped another one of these, and I'm going to stick it in there like that, so that occupies that space. Okay. Pull these down. While I've got them, I'm going to dovetail these. So just fold them in half, like you're making a taco, and then just snip it on a diagonal, and boom, you have a dovetail. I typically do dovetails. Some people do the slant cut. The slant cut is for more formal looking things. Emmett, leave Elmer alone, please. Do this one. Fold it. Yeah. Poof these out here. Like that. Play around with getting the leaves where you want them. Wait and do some of that fiddling after they've dried in. You tug them, they're not going anywhere. So let's grab some more hunks of vine, put those in. I like vine. Just adds just a little je ne sais quoi, you know? Just lay that in there. Same thing. I kind of corkscrew them a little bit. But that's me. Where do you get some vine? You can get some vine at Michael's. You could also check some of the floral suppliers, like well, Pioneer Wholesale. You have to have a vendor account, but come on, you. Go on to Etsy and just type vine. I know it's a pretty broad term, but you know, see what you get from that as a search. Okay. Well, this is looking good. I'm going to add some more vine, and I'm going to add some more floral greenery over here to even this out, and keep our lavender peeking through. And then this will be ready to get just tidied up. But I don't know. I may not. We'll see what happens. I'm going to turn you over. Close your eyes. Alrighty. There we go. Get everybody at the right angle. Okay. So thank you for staying with me this morning and always staying with me through all the damn reconnections. I don't know what it is. Service provider says we have a very strong connection, so they don't understand, but oh well. So yeah, next week we'll do another one of these, but we'll do the sunflower version. And then the following week, I think we'll do a lantern. I have a nice big, like maybe 10, 12 inch tall lantern. And we'll do a lantern. Let's throw caution to the wind, and we'll make it a fall lantern. Then it'll be July, and all of July is Christmas in July. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'll see you next week. We'll see if we're live on on YouTube or not. So if you like and subscribe, I'm going to save a copy of this over to YouTube. But if you subscribe, then